Hello everybody, my name is Master Shoot, and last year I did this, and it fits perfectly now. Let me just put it on real quick. Nope, not putting it on. So, last year I reviewed that, now I'm reviewing this. Now if you don't know what this is the Michael Keaton Batmobile. I got this in Boston for $29.98 at a shop called Life is a Highway. They also had the Lycan from Fast and Furious, the red one. I think they did actually. Yeah, they did. Then they had the Batman vs Superman Batmobile, which is basically Arkham Knight. But they had so many more, so many little cars, and they had ones in display cases that were not supposed to be touched. In fact, the Lycan was like over 150, which was ridiculous, but it was like the collector's one. Anything that spun on that cart was awesome, and a collector's model. But anything that wasn't was like 15 and up, like $15 and up. So, I don't know the retail price for this. I'm sorry, I should have done more research, but I decided to review on it because I got it like 2 weeks ago in Boston when I did my trip. And what I did was I went to it, had a heart attack when I saw the Batmobile, forgot about the one above it because it looked horrible compared to this, and this is nice and sleek and it needs to be a little bit dusted because it's been sitting on a shelf since I got it. Yeah, let me just wipe this dust off. Didn't come with a box. It was just sitting on a shelf, and she bagged it up for me, wrapped it in plastic, and then gave me in a bag. And I just carried it home with me. And it feels like it's plastic, but it's also it's kind of cold to the touch at first. I mean, given that plastic right here, this is just flat out plastic. It sounds like metal, but it doesn't. I want to say it's metal because this is just flat out plastic. We know this is plastic. But before I do the review, this is the oldest Batmobile I have with me. It is a collector's edition chrome 1966 Batmobile with a trailer hitch. Now, given that this is a chrome one, it'll be hard to see with my lighting, so there we go. Wrong one. So here's the lighting. Let me turn the big ones on. So it's got everything that you could ask for the model, including the cabin, but it's broke. I mean, I've used this for so many years now. I got it in 5th grade, so that was 5 years ago. I was 10, so a little bit before I started YouTube. So it's even got the little Batman insignia on it. Let me just turn it on just a little bit. There, you can see much better now. But there's a little Batman insignia. Got the cockpit. It'll be shiny because it's chrome, but same thing on all 4 sides. Even got the little Batman insignia inside the tire. Camera won't focus right here because it's the front camera. It sucks. Sorry. But this is old. I mean, it came with 2 other cars, Super Friends, and I can't remember the 3rd one. But I know it came with 3. It was the Mattel 60. It was a collector's edition. Just look up. It should have like a Batmobile background with like 3 Batcave background with like a post with 3 cars on it, including this one. The Super Friends one is gone. I don't know where it went. And then I think the other one, I can't remember the 3rd one, but I know I had 3. If you don't know what Super Friends is, it's an old comic. It's basically Justice League, just with more things. The twins are there. I can't remember the names, but they're alien twins that shapeshift. And DC fans like, you're an idiot! I mean, I haven't read those comics in, what, 6 or 7 years? Something like that, but it's downstairs in my cabinet. It's my mom's comic book when she was a kid. So anyways, this one I got in Shopko. It was from by Hot Wheels. It's like a weird kind of mix of metal and plastic. It's also not matte black. It's kind of powdery. Like you can see, it shines, kind of like newly done asphalt. You know what I mean? Like it sparkles a little bit. That's not black paint. It's like little flecks of glitter in there, but it's nice. I love it. It's nice and quiet. The wheels are chrome, kind of like a white wall car. And then it's got all the same thing as there, but the design on the Batmobile on the wheel, the bat signal on the wheel is gone. So let's get to the big one. So the big one is 1/24th of the scale of the original car used in the Batman and Batman Returns. Or Batman. I think it was Batman Returns. It was Catwoman and Penguin, and then it fought the Joker for a while. So let's get into it. Let's get into the detailing of the car. So let's start with the back, because the back is pretty sweet. I mean, we got the turbine. That's just a black circle in there with the little yellow chrome studs in it. And then it has nice sculpting on the turbine, which looks great. We have, I think those are lights, the little white ones, the little light studs. Then I know the red ones are lights, so that's there's like 3 cars of this actual one in the world, and they're street legal if they don't use the turbine. So the next thing is going to be the wings, and they're wonderfully sculpted. They're also very sturdy. They're really they're hard to touch. It's some cars will bend, but if you open it up, there's also a hidden feature. It shows you the turbine, the combustion engine inside of the Batmobile. So now once again, I don't know the retail price of this, but I got it for $29.98 at a cart. It's by Jada. So Jada, www.jadatoys.com. On the bottom, no spaces or capitals. And the thing I hate most about these is that there is always something legal crap on it. Like, you can see the CE so brightly. It's even in just black-white paint, or blatant white paint, and you can even see the serial number and some of the little DC trademark stuff. It's made in China, obviously, but on the little ones, it's not that present. Like, the CE is not there on either of these toys. But there's, like, more crap, like trademark and DC Comics. Same with this one. It's also the Hot Wheels. It's got the serial number on it, and the logo, some stuff. It's just non-existent, and I think it's only because it's made in China. But this is made in China, and it doesn't have the CE logo. This is made in China, and it doesn't have the International Trade logo. It's CE, so same thing, I think. I believe that's what the International Trade logo is. So the next part is going to be the wheels. Now you can see the wheels have some sort of sculpting on it. They're nice. They're like a rubber. It's rubbery plastic, if that makes any sense. And it's even got the little Batmobile insignia on it. And you can see the tires have treads, and they're on one axle. So it's nice. And then past it, we can see there's a grill next to the hub. Or not the hub, the exhaust chamber. I want to say that's what it is, because it's on both sides in the same place. It's very symmetrical design, which I love. And then we have some pieces of the exposed engine showing next to the exhaust chamber. And we also have some more sculpting that looks like a button, but it's just a little indent inside of the plastic. So, I mean, you guys can see it's 3D. I thought it was a button to activate the guns, which are present, which we'll get to later. There's more wheels, a little bit smaller than the ones in the back. I think about half the size. About. And then we have more grill. So let's go to the front. So the front has a wonderfully sculpted turbine with little ridges on the inside and around the edge of the, I don't know what to call that. I'm sorry, I don't, the head of it. So as you can see, it's got a little more rings around it. So I love this design. I mean, this car is so well crafted. It's also so well designed. It sits perfectly above the ground. Let's get the light under it. We just do this. What? Okay, it keeps this. The cord keeps hitting the table. So there you go. It's nothing under. There's nothing hanging. There's nothing done over there. I love it. It's so nice. Let me put it back over here. So. If I raise it up on the hood, you can see that there is some extra pieces on it. Let me turn the camera a little bit. There's some more sculpting around the edge of the hood where it lines up with the turbine. There's some rings down there and a little bit of ventilation right there. A couple, like a 4-piece of holes. There, you can see a little better. And right here are the guns, and I'll get to those in a second. Those will be the features of the toy. So right here you can also see the cabin. I've touched the glass a lot, or the plastic. My friends have touched the plastic too. It's also a little dusty because it's been sitting on a shelf all day. And there's even more up here. There's more on the side. There's even more. So on top, it's wonderfully crafted, and overall, the detailing is extraordinary. So the features, aside from the opening back, which I already showed you, is nice. So the guns I talked about a minute ago, what they do is, rather than popping out like they do in a TV show, you push them down on one side like that. Push down a little bit. It's not spring loaded, it's just on a little axle like the wheels, so you have to like either push or pull on whatever side you're on, and you just lift it with the other finger, so it's like that. So it just rolls over like that. So the gun is also like lovely, or decently sculpted. This is my least favorite part of it because it doesn't have the spring-loaded action as, like, let's say the movie where it like races up instead of doing this, it does this and shoots and then goes down. I wish we could have some sort of locking system with a spring, but nonetheless, it's nice to have the guns. So you put the guns back, you just roll it like that, So yeah, let's get to the cabin. Now the cabin has been touched, so it's going to be hard to review this one. The cabin, there's a line down the center of it, and you can tell that it slides, if you really look. And there's a cabin, the cabin, or the seats of the car are nice sculpted. In there you can just barely see it because my light is horrible. There, you can see the steering wheel through the window. And what it does is, it just sits there. It's going to be a little bit reversed, but next to the steering wheel you can see that there's a there's a shifter, and there's a little bit of just a little bit of like speedometers and stuff next to the wheel. You can't see it well because my camera is horrible, but there they are next to the wheel, right there with a little white speck. That's the monitor. So overall, what I think of the toy, I think it is marvelous. It's one of the best toys I reviewed here. I don't know the retail price. Again, I'm sorry, I only got it for $29.98 at Life is a Highway. So if you live in Massachusetts, like Boston, near that area, if you really want to get this toy or any other cars like the Lycan, if it's still there, if I might be saying the wrong car, but it looked like the Lycan. So it's called Life is a Highway. I am promoting them because it's a wonderful shop. It's a little cart next to an ice cream shop. Relative location, it sucks. Off the side of the Dome for Quincy Market. So if you walk around on the south side, you will find Life is a Highway, but it will take you a little bit. So thank you guys for watching this video, and if you'd like to see any more of these reviews for like toys, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any suggestions, I will try to get them. And this is my 498th video. I am excited. Or 499th video. So no, I'm wrong. 98th. So next I'm gonna do something much more cooler, and I've been promising this one for a while. So yeah, it's 98th. So yeah, I'm very excited, and it's hard to describe because I have been uploading as much as I could. I could have been at least 600 by now because I've been slacking a lot. Like, for the past 4 months I've been slacking. It's not good. But I'm doing my best when it comes to doing these because I have no free time. As much as it seems I do, I have no free time. But my summer's been packed. I went to Boston for about a little over a week, about 9 days. And the day we got back, I went to my grandmother's house, spent the night, and went straight up north. And then I came back, and then I slept for like a day. Like, I stayed home for a day, and then we got back Thursday, and then I got 4 days of free time, which I did nothing. I just sat there and relaxed because I was tired. And then on the 10th, I went to a robotics camp. I worked with students with Legos and stuff, and my summer's been packed. So like and subscribe today, and make sure to hit that bell icon and if you receive notifications from my channel. I hope you had a wonderful time watching this review. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.